everyone! So I made a video last week with my partner Marcus talking about our New Year's resolutions, and in the beginning of that video I mentioned that I'm changing my name from Vanessa to Emmett. I made a post about this on Facebook a little while ago, and I did get a lot of people asking me why. So I wanted to take a little bit of time today to talk about why I am changing my name to Emmett. Let me start out by saying that this is not something that I took lightly in a flight of fancy. I've been thinking about changing my name for months, keeping lists of names that I wanted and narrowing down the options. Even if it was a flight of fancy though, names are something to be changed, just like anything else, like clothes or hair or any identity label that you feel like changing. One part of my reason for changing my name is that I don't really identify very strongly with the name Vanessa. For several years now, I haven't really identified as a binary gender, and when people see my name, they automatically think, oh, well, that's a girl. Also, the name Vanessa literally had no meaning. It was made up for a poem that is not a poem that I like at all very much. The message in it, bad poem, not good poem. Very long poem, but very bad poem. And it was made up as a female version of the name Esther Van Homrich, which was the best friend of the author of the poem. The first thing that bothers me is that there needs to be a female version of any name. I don't really understand why names have to have a male and a female version, and that's something that I didn't particularly like having assigned to me. On the other hand, I know my mom put in a lot of effort to pick out a name for me that was really perfect, so I did want to talk with her a lot before changing my name, so she didn't feel like I was just totally abandoning this name that she spent all this time working on. Although it was actually her who suggested that I change my name in the first place. One of the things that I like about my new name is that it means universal, all-encompassing, and strength, which are things that I really like, particularly seeing as part of the reason why I wanted to change my name to Emmett had to do with gender and feeling like I encompass all genders. I don't feel like I'm specifically male or specifically female, and I've actually had a lot of trouble kind of understanding what it means to be specifically male or specifically female in a world where our gender roles aren't based on who's the hunter and who's the gatherer and who's taking care of babies. Personally, I've done a lot of research on this, and I have a hard time understanding how people have an intrinsic sense of gender identity that is very, very real for a lot of people. That is just something that is like this hole that where gender identity goes in people, that I'm just like, I look in the hole and I'm like, I don't know, it's just a hole, I don't see anything specific. With all that in mind, none of this is not to say that I don't love being female, and love being a woman sometimes, and love doing traditionally female and womanly things, whatever that even means. I do like being a daughter and a sister and a girl and a woman when I feel like it, but that's the thing that really gets me, is that the name Vanessa didn't allow me to be female when I felt like it. It forced me to be female every time I said my name and every time I saw my name. I know that the name Emmett is a traditionally male name, but I have always liked traditionally male names, especially for people who identify as female. And even if I don't personally specifically identify as female, I love the name, I love how it sounds. I've always liked names that were a little less common, especially since I grew up with a name that wasn't as common. And Vanessa, that name is still a part of me and always has been a part of me. I mean, I have everything I own says Vanessa on it, nothing I own says Emmett on it, and more than that, it's what I've been referred to by for the past 17, almost 18 years of my life. So I'm very, very used to it. And it is really difficult for me to get used to my family using a different name for me. I really like it from friends, I love it online. It's my family that I'm really struggling like responding to it when they say it, and it feels very odd sometimes, but I do eventually want to be going by the name Emmett full-time. I know that there are some areas in which I'm not going to be able to escape the name Vanessa, at least until I change my name legally, and even then, I mean, the YouTube username that this video is being posted under is 13 Vanessa May, so my Skype name has my birth name in it. Anything legal, anything to do with the home business that I run will probably have to be Vanessa, for at least a while, and I'm not sure about that. But there are going to be a lot of ways in which I can't escape the name Vanessa, but I don't want to escape it because it is part of me, and it is part of my past, and it is part of who I still am. Gender identity has been something that's very, very interesting to me for a very, very long time, and I don't really personally associate, you know, with either, like I had said before. So I feel like the name Emmett has allowed me to, at least in my own brain, which is, you know, where things count, be a little bit more free and open about thinking of myself as far as non-binary terms. All of this that I've said in this video, of course, refers only specifically to me, and I totally respect and think it's awesome when people do have really firm senses of gender identity. It's also awesome when people don't have that. None of this is to say that anyone should or shouldn't be anything that they love and that they want to be, so I hope no one takes offense by any of this, but this is all just sort of my personal struggles with identifying as something other than male or female in a world that is very specifically binary, and everything from creating an email address to filling out medical forms to just socially being seen as either male or female when I just don't honestly understand what those boxes mean. So it's all just my experience, and if anybody else has anything to say about gender identity or name changes or anything of that nature, or anything at all, you can just say hi, whatever, down in the comments, then feel free to leave those. I really love hearing your comments and responding to them. Even if I don't get back to them immediately or ever, I read all of them multiple times. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and thanks for watching my video, and I got a lot of positive feedback from the one that I made last time I made a video with my partner Marcus, so thank you for that, and that's all. Goodbye!